Magic the Gathering Arena has been rated T by the ESRB for mild blood and gore and fantasy violence. It is approved for all players aged 13 and over. Hey folks, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Sunday Morning Magic. Today what I have for you is a deck I call Evil Enchantment. This deck looks like an aggro deck, acts like an aggro deck. It also looks like a tempo deck and acts like a tempo deck. But the truth is its abilities are rooted in control. What you want to do is play these enchantments. If you can get a Hateful Eidolon down first, there we go. Come on. Get it so that it actually pops. Jeez, I hate when that happens. And you put one of these down, and then you start dropping, killer artifacts on your opponent's creatures. And when they die, you get to draw cards. And, bonus. In the meantime, you've got actual cards to take out, your opponent's creatures. You've got Ephemia here who pulls cards out of your graveyard to give you zombies. That's a secondary function of this deck, is to provide you zombies to attack with. Okay? You lay these cards down, you start pulling the stuff out of the graveyard. Timeret here not only gets you more zombies, but it puts stuff in the graveyard so that Ephemia can grab it out of. And, this is just basic enhancement, and Lurrus here is to get things back from the graveyard when you don't want them to be in. And lastly, we've got Dogged Pursuit, which is just a baseline extra piece of life every turn. So it's actually fairly straightforward, and believe it or not, it's more successful than you would ever think. This is probably a good 75% success rate. So anyway, let's get on with the games. Don't think I've ever played David before. This is actually not as bad a hand as it looks, so I'm going to go ahead and keep it. And then I'm going to move my camera over here to where I can see everything and yet still be on board. Got to admit, I don't like that card in the early game. But what can you do, right? Yeah. Okay, standard life deck. If this goes the way it should go, this is not going to be the hardest of games. At least not until he starts ramping up like an angel or something, and then it'll get hard. Let's see what this brings me. Okay, we'll get rid of the Timeret, get it that. So now I've got 3 creatures on the board to his 1. And either of the 2 that I can use as blockers. Oh, look at this. I can't even kill that thing. But okay, let the comedy begin. Sure. His problem, I mean, I knew he's planning on using this as a club to beat the crap out of me, but his problem is I can just pop it like a balloon. But this is what I mean when I said it acts like a tempo deck. Interesting. Yeah, oops. The point being, he's lost the game, but he doesn't know it. The smart move at this point would be to scoop, but I admire the fact that he's not doing it. He's going to try and get as much life out of this as possible. That's a smart move. That's a very smart move. The problem is this. Now he's got one blocker. I only need to get 3 people past, and I can attack with 6. There we go. So you see what I mean? This deck acts like an aggro deck, and it acts like a tempo deck, but the primary core component of the deck is control. Yeah, I'm going to keep this one too. It's got some offensive weight in the early game. Interesting. I wonder what he's got in his hand. Does he need to get rid of the -3/-3 effect? Excuse me, guys. Yeah, that'll work. I can make more. Come on. Oh boy, I got forced to discard a card with a Lurrus on the board. Jeez, what am I ever going to do? Come on, genius, figure it out. Come on, you can do it. That's right, you can do it. Figure it out yet, guy? Still haven't figured it. He still hasn't figured it out. Whoop, dropped my bottle of water. Thankfully it was empty. Oh, that was the wrong one, dude. That was seriously the wrong one. First, let's drop this. Oh, and he scoops. All right, that was fun. Kitsuki, which probably means that it's a pimply white 12-year-old who's way too into anime for their own good. Just as a guess. A Nizzit deck. Alright, I can work with a Nizzit deck. For example... Excuse me. Fair enough. And he scoops. Okay, guys, thank you very much for joining me on this edition of Sunday Morning Magic. I was thinking about doing a fourth game, but to be brutally honest right now, I have a little bit of a headache, and staring into the webcam with its light on in my eyes is making it worse, so I'm just going to call it. Thank you anyway for watching. Sorry for dropping out early, and I will see you next Sunday. Have a good time. Bye-bye.